Hello, my name is Mike Moyer. I'm the author of How to Make Colleges Want You, and I want to talk a little bit about the biggest problem that a college admissions counselor faces when admitting a new class of students into their college. And one of the key parts of the application is the essay. And the biggest problem they face, I think, based on my experience with college admissions counselors, is that the essays are incredibly boring. And that's because every high school student looks like every other high school student. They're doing the same activities, they're talking about the same classes, they have the same friends, they have the same instruments they're playing, the same theater they're doing, same magazines, the same school yearbooks, the same sports. Everything is the same about them. They might vary a little bit from student to student, but for the most part, it's exactly the same. So one of the most key things I help students do and help them accomplish is what I call a non-teenager activity. The rule is very simple. Anything you can do that other teenagers don't do would qualify as a non-teenager activity. So when a college admissions counselor actually reads your essay, they're going to see something that's different from everybody else. And colleges crave diversity more than anything else in the world. They want people to bring a new perspective, they want maturity, they want creativity. And doing a non-teenage activity will get you to that level of interest for the college. But it's very important that you understand what a non-teenage activity is. A non-teenager activity, just like I said, is one that other teenagers don't do. So if you're doing a volunteer project in Guatemala, for instance, if there are other teenagers doing it, it's not a non-teenager activity. Let's say you're doing an internship for a bank. If there are other teenagers also doing internships for that bank, it's not a non-teenager activity. So a good example of a non-teenager activity is one of my clients was really interested in running and swimming, and his father was really into biking, and so we got him interested in triathlons, and he ran an Ironman triathlon his senior year. He was the only person that age, the youngest person ever to run that Ironman triathlon, and came in the top 25th percentile. Now you may think that sounds like a daunting task, but he dropped his school sports, he dropped his band, he dropped magazine, and he concentrated, instead of all these other activities that don't mean anything to the college admissions process, he concentrated on something that was really meaningful to the process, to him and to the process. I've had other clients who started businesses which aren't that complicated. They've sold things like bracelets to raise money for addiction. They've sold used bicycle equipment. They've sold science kits to high school teachers. Anything that you can do that other teenagers don't typically do is going to really make you stand out in the college admissions process. So that's one of the things I cover in my book, How to Make Colleges Want You, non-teenage activities. Look it up. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about it.